Well, welcome to this pavilion. This pavilion actually is a summary of the whole industry, how this industry to support the whole effort of combating pandemic for this country and also for the public health. And our partners, they are not only the traditional pharmaceutical companies, but rather is quite a mixture of the cross-discipline areas. For example, we have the major telecom operators, like Far Eastern operators, they offer telemedicine solutions. And the world's largest industrial computer providers, Advantech, they also provide solutions for contactless detection and imaging systems. And also it's a combination of the AIoT and the combination of cybersecurity. But of course, down to the basics, for fighting pandemics, the first line is to prevent and protection, which starts from the diagnosis kits and from the testing. We have all kinds of testing devices and equipments approved by Taiwan FDA and also US FDA and also other international regulatory bodies. And during this period, not only the traditional type of kits, which consists of the nucleic acid kits or the antibody kits, but also utilize the ingenuities and the innovation of the Taiwanese companies. We have the world's compact nucleic acid testing kits provided and designed by ITRI and supported by government funding. Right now it's ready for the technical transfer. And also for the same process, we also have fast screening technology transfer available from the academic syndicate and also from NHRI. But from my left-hand side, you can see that there are quite an audience, quite crowds over there, because they are testing a solution of the telemedicine. That is a combination of the industrial computer and a combination of the innovation from our physician scientists. A newly startup company called Holistic Face, they had designed a device which can attach to our own body and to test any kind of abnormal noise from our lung, so that which will be the first indication of this kind of disease which might affect by the COVID-19. So this also combined with the electronic testing device which can be telecommunicated through the AOIT, so that the physicians, the healthcare provider can monitor any single person's physical conditions and provide very, very holistic care. So that if you can follow me, we can find out they are also taking their own films to have these kind of scenarios. Well, supposedly we are in a scenario that, for example, if we are approaching the gate of the country, like in the airport, and we are hoping that to protect the health provider and also to protect the general public, we might have a robotic device which can automatically take in the samples, for example, from my nostrils using this robotic device, and then the sample taken can be tested by any kind of standard equipment or standard kits. For example, the equipment and the kits provided by general biologic corporations, GBCs, or the device provided by BioPures over there, so that we can have a one-stop solutions from the fully automatic sample taking and then down to the next step, that will be the automatic testings and have a rapid screening, so that not only to provide a convenient pass-through for all the travelers, but also protect the general public for their health.
的技术平台 Barcode Magnetic Beads 又叫做 BMB 它是一个可以检测非常多种疾病的技术平台，采用台湾的半导体制成。台湾有非常优秀的 IT 还有半导体方面的一个制成的能力，让我们可以把生物检测的条码 缩到非常小，缩到了是 micrometer 等级的大小，然后呢，可以进一步的跟 DNA 或者是蛋白质来做结合，就成为了多元检测试剂。那我们多元检测试剂里面的一个应用，就是来测这个 coronavirus， 它可以测出 COVID-19， 是用核酸检测的方式，并且搭配我们这一部全自动化的 MDX3000检测仪器，它可以在3.5个小时之内处理94个病人的 sample， 从 sample 到出报告，让这个实验室里面有非常完善的一套 all-in-one 的 solution， 这就是我们的产品。
So Taiwan, as you know, that Taiwan is well known for its capacity for semiconductors. So that Applied Biocoat, this company utilized the core technology from the semiconducting and then can manufacture a miniaturized barcode so that sometimes the line is so fine you have to see it from the microscope. So that by this way, they provide a solution can have a fully automatic and also fast throughput for the testing. So this device and with the equipment they are developing can provide a huge amount to handle the huge amount sample within a very, very short of time. Hi, we are at the corner of the PrexBio. This is the product manager from PrexBio Rome. The unique product they have has already gotten the approval from both the US FDA and also got the approval from the European unions. So that Ron, please tell us some of the uniqueness of your product.
Yes, our IntelliPlex SARS-CoV detection kit was developed based on PrexBio multiplex platform, which can detect multiple products simultaneously. For this particular product, the product feature for this product is high sensitivity, and we can process up to 564 samples in roughly 9 hours. In addition to that, compared with other current detection kits, we can detect 3 targets right now. Compared to most of the products, they only detect 1 product, which is one of our strengths, to minimize the false positive rate.
So that is multi-targeting and with very high accuracy. Thank you, Ram.
No problem.
Yeah, very nice to meet you, Dr. Jen.
Thank you.
So it looks like you have a lot of things to show to us. So please tell us what's the uniqueness of this device and what kind of story behind it.
Yeah. So basically, this is a quarantine situation. In a COVID-19,
So during the quarantine situation, wow.
Yeah. So during the COVID-19, people need to be quarantined in the isolation room, and the medical doctor, they cannot reach the people directly. So, for example, like if you want to do the auscultation by the stethoscope, you cannot use the traditional stethoscope like this and put it into your ear because you are in an isolation suit like that. But however, we built a isolation specialty stethoscope like this. You can broadcasting the sound directly, and also we have a multi-channel respiratory monitor. It is a monitor to capture the stethoscope auscultation sounds, and also we will analyze the auscultation sound through the AI. So we can know the patient's breathing, like inhale, exhale, and wheezy, crackle, all of the advantage sounds. But also, they also need like the non-invasive blood pressure, or like the ECMO, or the other vital sign support, even though the ventilator. So this is a situation for the quarantine and also a smart care like this. So this is our space. Thank you.
So this space is a joint effort from lots of partners. Of course, the core concept is it's developed by the periodic phase, but rather we also have friends to acting for the ECMOs, from the ventilators, and also the industrial computers supported by Advantech, and the cybersecurity, the whole cybersecurity environment in 5G environment is provided by our government support programs.
So basically, this is also include the effort of the Gaosheng, BrightMed, and Taiwan. There are also very good Taiwanese vital sign monitor teams.
Wow, very nice to have you here in this pavilions. We probably have seen different scenarios and some of the typical products of the local industry can provide it. But of course, we know that fighting the pandemic is a joint effort from everybody, like our own self and also from these industries, so that we can see several pillars of these frameworks. Some is the effort from the sectors for testing and diagnostics, some effort from pharmaceuticals and vaccines. Currently, we have several vaccine candidates will be reach the stage of clinical trials in this year. About 3 to 4 of them, they will be launched this year. And also we have quite a few drug candidates right now will be reached clinical trials to treat the pandemics. Besides that, the future technology like telemedicine, like 5G environment will be quite friendly to reach a new era of the contactless or zero contact treatments to provide more solutions. Hopefully, with all the endeavors of this industry, our health can be provided, and eventually the growth of industry can also be facilitated. Thank you very much for visiting our pavilion. See you next year in BioAsia Taiwan 2021.